This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Orlando rapper Glock 9 is accused of cooperating and giving up information about 4 murders in exchange for a deal. We'll read this at the end, but bro, this guy was always in jail. It was a matter of time before he was like, yo, I got to do something to get out of this because I'm about to go to jail for the rest of my life. And that's a fact, okay? All right, so we got Young Thug denouncing the streets with 21 Savage, and then everybody follows suit because the industry is nothing but lemmings, okay? And if 21 Savage and Young Thug are doing it, hey, let's all be cool today. Is it a good thing to denounce the streets? Yes. So don't get me all twisted here and be like, yo, Jordan, you just want the demise of people. No. It just doesn't mean anything. These guys are rappers. Who came from the hood, and they put on a street persona, and now they're trying to put down the street persona because they're going to jail behind it, okay? And, yeah, this is like a new thing. But if Young Thug doesn't forgive Gunna after this, Young Thug is a sucker to me. Like, I'm going to be honest. I used to really have a lot of respect for him. A lot of respect. Because I've seen him help people. A lot of people in Atlanta. Not even what's on what makes it more real to me the whole time, this is before he got arrested, is it was never on Instagram. Never on Instagram. He would, I saw him pay people's rent for a year that were friends of his, people that helped him in the beginning. I saw him get them back on their feet. I respect things like that. And you don't want any clout for it or anything. Things like that make me think, okay, this person's a real person. But when he got Gunna hemmed up, because Gunna was his artist, and Gunna did what everybody else did, including Young Thug's blood brother, took a plea, but his was on tape, and he called him a snitch. I was like, bro, this is your fault. You got your artist hemmed up out here. So just, let it be what it is, And you're lucky you got out of the gym. Young Thug had nobody to snitch on. Nobody. If he had somebody to snitch on, who knows if he wouldn't have done it. He sat down with the police for, at the Golden Corral buffet for 5 hours and, had 5 different meals and told them everything he knew. So, of course, Tekashi reacts. He says, now it's F the streets, but remember when it was, 6ix9ine, we don't care about your platinum records. We platinum in the streets, but now it's F the streets. Yeah, because these guys aren't selling anymore. Meek Mill even joined in after G Herbo said F the streets. Meek Mill was like, me too, man, for life, bro. When Meek Mill, all he does is preach the streets. Yo, we from the streets. Yo, it's treacherous out here. We run the streets, man. Remember that? All these guys did the damage is done. These guys have had 5-10 years into the game already. They've already done the damage. They've already influenced a generation. Meek Mill says they pushing Meek's bad social media rep narrative. They never mention the change I make or real stuff I do, helping young men in music change the directions of their lives. Cap. Bro, who have you put on? You helped Rod Wave a little bit, and he gives not Rod Wave. What's his name? Racks in the middle, in the box. What am I talking about? You know who I'm talking about. Why am I having see, this is what, when you haven't been in the spotlight for a long, this is what happens. Roddy Ricch. Okay, Roddy Ricch. Okay, so Roddy Ricch, he kind of helped him, but he wasn't doing anything. So Roddy Ricch had to go over with Nipsey, and then eventually something took off. But Meek, a lot of artists have been under Meek and did nothing. And they got to go somewhere else. Young Blue. He had to go with Boosie. He says, young men in the music change their lives. I speak out on term of social media because it's not reality. It's separate from who I am. He's just a cornball, bro. I swear. And I'm not saying I'm the coolest person. It's just that, Meek speaks too much, blah, 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 and nothing. He couldn't even make O'Malley. Nobody. He didn't put anybody all the way on. He kind of like gave someone a look sometimes. But did he ever help Nip? Never. Never helped Nipsey Hussle. Go find me a record where he helped him. Nipsey had to do it on his own. The Game, Snoop, other people helped him. But Meek tries to rep him as much as he can. But just because you guys talked on the phone a few times, you didn't do anything. You didn't shoot any of me videos. I shot videos with Nip in the beginning. I didn't have to. He wasn't popping like that. Let's be real. I'm talking about 09. Even Meek got shot video for. He was good in the city, but like on a larger scale, it wasn't much. Didn't do anything for me, but I liked Meek's music. Pooh Shiesty, traumatized. F the streets. See, everyone's just following suit. A lot of these guys are just bad kids. Doesn't mean you're street, right? YF and Lucci, F the streets. Okay. See? Another person involving themselves in the streets as a rapper, and then someone ends up getting shot and killed. That doesn't make you street all of a sudden. It makes it like, oh my gosh, this went too far. These guys will cosplay the streets so much. If something really bad will happen, they'll go to jail. And I like all these guys as rappers, but they're rappers. There's rappers and there's street guys, okay? There's a difference. The rappers aren't influencing the streets. The other way around. Little Zay Osama says, the streets made you guys who you are today. All you guys glorify the streets. A lot of you guys put on a street persona. For so long, all the so-called street guys ratting. Now, so F the streets. The streets got it bad, and it's good for guys saying F the streets to befriend another wannabe street guy, telling I don't respect it 100. If you see a D-sucking Chicago rapper saying F the streets, you guys just as corny as I thought y'all were for real. Because a lot of you guys wasn't street anyways. It was guys around y'all. Facts. And that's where it goes. Like, when you're famous as a rapper, you attract the streets around you, and that makes these guys feel like they're street. Like, yo, I'm from the streets, man. You're not. You're being used and abused by the streets to get into shows, do whatever you are offering, you know? Whatever. Maybe sometimes people from the street just want to have a little notoriety. They want to get a little more Instagram followers. It's true. And they'll hang out with you. That's it. It helps them get some more girls. Says, I love the way the streets supported me the whole way. I ain't in them like I used to, but I still respect and love the street guys, he says. We'll get to 50 Cent in a minute. Then Rollo speaks out, and he says, a lot of you guys didn't do anything in the street. You had no success in the streets. Your success came in rap music.
How the hell can another nigga get mad at another nigga for saying F the streets? Half of y'all ain't even succeeded in the streets. Well, I ain't gonna say half, but most of these niggas ain't even succeeded in the streets. Ain't stepped on that, ain't putting that down. But saying, oh, them niggas saying that. Listen, dog, I know for a fact, me, myself, I ran up 10 million out these streets. Facts, not opinions. So if I want to say F the streets, I can say F the streets. And I have benefited from the streets on the highest level. 1 house, 2 house, 3 apartments, plaza. After I lost 18 million. So can't no nigga tell me what I can say. And I'm 100% with the Fuck the Streets movement. This is from Rollo Terrell Davis, and I sponsor that.
Now, here's the thing. You got to know when to leave the streets as a rapper, right? 21 Savage and them should have been left not even talking about it anymore. Like, yo, I respected that. Somebody, you graduate. You move on. Now you're doing legit money. That's every person that I met that's really from the street, right? Like that's someone that was really making money in the street. They can't wait to make legit money because now you don't have to look behind your back and everything, right? QCP talks about it all the time. He's like, I hated being in the streets because then I have all this like he wanted to put his unlegit money to work to become legit money, and he did. He bet all the money he ever made in the street on rap, and it worked. Now here's $100 million of real legit money. All right, so let's get Duty Low. Come on, Duty Low. You got swept up in an off block in Atlanta trying to get some wings. Somebody shot you in your leg, bro. Little Kenny, F the streets. That's paper. We'll get the Glock 9 in a second. Then we got Tekashi keeps the pressure on these people. As they need to have the pressure on them. Tekashi says, now it's F the streets, but remember when it was like, yo, 6ix9ine, don't care about, he said that many times before. It's so funny, man. These people flip-flop. 50 Cent says, damn, man. They all were accepting this weird behavior. Yo, a lot of people. Yo, I seen Diddy and Ross, like, hugging each other, like, in 4K in front of me before. Like, on some weirdo stuff. This was, like, 2010. Damn near kissing, bro. And Diddy was saying all these sexual things to him. And I was like, whoa, pause. I was like, Diddy is someone to stay away from. This guy is too flagrant. And this guy, what's his name? Sly Diggler. He talks about how Diddy has a micro machine, basically, and he would smash 50 Cent's baby mom with Diddy, and 50 Cent reaction was this dirty little sex worker talking about his baby mom was working 2 or 3 at a time. VLAD, I want that tape. I guess there's a tape out of Diddy and this guy smashing his baby mom. Before tech influencer, I don't know if you guys remember Lamarr Wilson. He passed away, took his own life, man. I think he was 47. No, he's 48. Oh, that says it right there. I'm sorry. That's sad, man. I used to watch this guy like a long time ago on YouTube. He stopped making long form videos and just made like shorts. But like he would review tech and stuff. I thought it was cool. Like I used to watch him and a couple other people. And man, it's sad. It's sad, bro. Condolences to his family. Then we got Glock 9. Should we read through some of this paperwork? He's telling on people, basically. He says, you dealt with him for years. Yes, I'd known him for many years. All right, where was blank at? April 6, 2023. Mr. Smith was your client. He was in federal prison in West Virginia. All right. And did you find out that Detective Fields was another police officer that traveled to West Virginia to interview him? Yes. And how did you find that out? When I got off the plane, I was speaking with Detective Fields, and he told me about it. We had a good conversation about what had just occurred. At least I say good conversation, but it gave me a very quick outline of what had occurred. So he's just agreeing to take other people down? We can do a deeper dive in this later. This will take about 10 minutes to go through. But yeah, man, that just shows you, like, people will, like, if they have the opportunity to dime out other people, most of the time, that's what will happen. They'll get dimed out, and they'll to save themselves. Not many people want to do 10, 20, 30 years. And Glock 9 has been arrested so many times that they're going to lock up and throw away the key at this point, you know? So, just let that be a lesson. All All right. Well, we'll get to this later. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Share this video. Like this video. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching me. I appreciate you all so much. You don't even understand. And thank you. Peace.